Thank you for coming back to the Soul Dojo gaming channel. I am one half of the Soul Dojo, Curtis Russell, aka Cali Soul. And quick disclaimer on this video, the gameplay in this video is not mine because I wasn't able to get my own gameplay of Persona 5. And this is spoiler free, and I'm sorry that I'm getting to this game so late, but I'm very thankful that I got to it. So let's check it out. So roll the intro. Persona 5 is a single-player JRPG, and it's published and developed by Atlus and Atlus USA, and it was released worldwide April 4th, 2017, and I put in about 13 hours, I want to say, in Persona 5, and honestly, by my experience so far, it has been absolutely fantastic. This game really has gone up to my top favorite RPGs of all time, and that is a big thing for me. It is such a fantastic game. With the 12 plus hours that I put into it, it has hardly put a step wrong. With the setting and the overall presentation of Persona 5, it is just a gorgeous looking game. It has such great charm with it. It has kind of that anime charm with it. The style of the game, especially in the pause menus and even traversing the world, it has so much style with it, and it's so easy to get caught up in and so easy to immerse yourself into. Just one of those addicting kind of looks. When it's very nice outside, when you're running around, it looks gorgeous. Especially when it's raining, it's very gloomy and it has kind of this dark, beautiful feel with it. Now with the gameplay, Persona 5 is broken up into basically two styles of gameplay. The first one is kind of like a life simulator. You go to school, you're getting a job if you want to, you're hanging out with your friends, you're eating out, and you're doing so many things overall, as part of your daily life. You need to manage your time very well also. Now, you're not doing this just for no reason. You're doing this to help yourself in the game and get, a one-up in battle, which we'll get into a little bit later. But doing these activities craft these things called confidants, and they ultimately, like I said, help you in battle, and they build your personas and make them stronger and give them like these perks and these buffs and stuff like that. There is a lot in this game. Second, the actual RPG fighting aspect is where, those things that you do outside of, the distorted world and the demon world, your regular life, the stuff that you do, it has a big effect here. It has a really big effect because you build personalities and you build friendships with your group of people outside, and it really helps you when you start going into, castles and stuff like that. But the RPG kind of turn-based style fighting here is super awesome. It's so fluid, especially when you start learning weaknesses and tactics. And even with boss battles, there's so many things to boss battles, and there's so many tactics and formation and planning that it keeps you very amused. And it's so awesome when you're fighting just in turn-based, because turn-based can be just hit me, then I'll hit you back. But no, not in Persona. Persona, just if you use your tactics right, you will ultimately just destroy your opponents. You will just blow them away in such a quick fashion, and you feel, and me playing it, I felt so strong, and I felt rewarded every time I used my tactic perfectly, or I just knew the weakness of a monster, and just using your persona, it's just so fun, and it makes the turn-based fighting so quick and fluid. Of course, your personas are like the big stars here. You can build them up using your confidants. Basically, everything you do in the outside world helps you out building and making new personas. So when you can capture new personas, and then you can add these buffs and stuff to them, but depending on what buffs you get is what you do outside the world. I know this game, you have to literally play it. It's just so much to it. Overall, when this game holds your hand for the first like 5 hours, and if you're not into the story, which we're gonna get into in a minute, you might kind of not feel the game in the first 5 hours, but I totally did. But when it started opening up, that's when it started becoming super overwhelming. But the fact that the game did kind of hold my hand, I kind of had a good idea and a good grasp of what I wanted to do next. So with the story, in my opinion, it's my favorite part of the game. This story deals and tackles big issues that are going on in today's world, in the actual world, our world, and it's just it captured me from like the first hour. It's such serious stuff, you know. I don't want to get into any spoilers, but there is a lot of like just, you know, suicide and sexual harassment and things like that in the first couple of hours that are just so crazy, and the game does such a good job of building up this story and why you need to go to the distorted world and why you need to do this and that, and it does such a great job, and I'm just enjoying it so much, and the story has been just the most amazing part of this game. I love it so much. It's super awesome. Overall, Persona 5 is has an interesting story that touches on very dark and real scenarios in this anime style charm that levels it out really well, so it doesn't get too serious, but it keeps that anime. If you like anime and stuff like that, it levels it out with the anime kind of charm and stuff like that. Also a great RPG through and through. Should you buy it, wait for a sale, or not even touch it? Let me tell you something. I got this game on a Black Friday sale for $30. I got the best bargain that I've gotten all year in 2017. If you're able to grab this game on a sale, even for $40, you have made it big, dude. But I would even buy this game at full price. Yes, all $60 plus tax. If you live in America, you know, $65. Grab this game. This is probably my, I'm gonna say it, it's probably my second favorite RPG of all time, next to Skyrim. I have friends told me it's better than Skyrim, but I think they're, you know, very two different RPGs, and you know, it's a little hard to be like, well, this one's better than that one when it comes to these two, but definitely in my top 5. I love this game. Definitely go grab it. Thank you guys for watching the Seoul Dojo Gaming channel. Subscribe and like, and we're gonna bring out some awesome more content to you, so check you later. Peace.